Such a cold day in Canada. Just kidding, it's outer space. What's up, dudes and dudes in the internet? My name's Scythe, and we are back again for some more No Man's Sky. Whoa, it's adorably delicious. It's actually a sugar planet. I wanted to show you all this before we ended up getting out of here, alright? So look at this. This is actually an exotic resource marine. Okay, cool. Takes 50 years to mine it, and we only get 5 at a time. Nope, I'm not wasting my time with that one. Oh boy, so apparently we're getting very, very close to the final atlas. Don't know if that's gonna end up happening today, but we shall see. Before we get started, folks, I would very much appreciate if you would hit that like button for me. Helps me out more than you know. Also, at the end of today's episode, as always, we're gonna be naming things based on of your suggestions. So leave some names in the comment section down below. I have a huge text document of names, and hopefully I'm gonna be able to name everything based off your suggestions. I hope that we end up finding enough things that we can kind of continue that naming tradition. So apparently the last atlas that we came to was saying that this one was the last. I doubt that. I don't think that's gonna be the case, but I'm still curious to see. We're actually doing just fine on our resources, or on our warp drive. Like, we've got plenty for light speed, so we should be able to travel to quite a few different anomalies today. One thing I will say about this universe that we just came into is it definitely seems a lot darker than the others. You know? Ooh, we got another journey milestone too. What is this? Oh, just warping again. Yep. 15 warps. So I wonder if that means, technically speaking, you could end up getting just enough of a level in your journeying that you could kind of interact with the atlas every time just based on the warps alone. That'd be interesting to see. I doubt it, but we've already got like everything maxed out anyway, so we may as well just go straight to the end and see what happens, right? Okay, this clearly does not look like the final atlas, unless it's like, okay. It's breathing, which is good. Dowry? Aliens actually have dowries. Okay. That's cool. Hey, this one actually gave us warp cells again, so rip me for thinking that it was never gonna give them to us again. Alright. Kind of taken aback a little bit here, the fact that this is not... My journey is complete. A great sense of fulfillment washes over me, but fades as I realize that, for all my efforts, I am unchanged. What? Okay, I just saw that down there. Unbidden, the atlas seeds gravitate towards the doorway, and I realize what is about to happen if I let it. Birth a new star for 10 atlas stones. So, does that mean we gotta go around and find more of these things? Like, come on, how could you leave me on a cliffhanger like that? I just right-clicked so that we could go away. How many do we even have? We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're one short. The one that I sold. You kidding me, man? Oh, I really hope that this space station nearby ends up having one that we could just buy and then come back here and do it. Oh, dude. Don't worry, folks. I'll grind it to make my bread. I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna grind that resource out. Wow, these planets are all purple and crazy. I'm gonna grind that out and see whether or not, like, we have to see what ends up happening. Create a new star. Is that why this system seems so dark? Does it not have a star? Is that why? Oh no, it's got a sun right there. Okay. Weird. But anyways, I really hope that this space station over here ends up having another atlas stone, which, oh, we might not be able to actually afford it. Oh, I didn't even think about that one because I've been using all my resources to buy inventory slots that we don't need, because the atlas stones cost like $1 million. Not cool, game. I knew that was gonna end up happening too. These games, like games like this, games like Skyrim and stuff like that, it's always a good idea to keep all the resources that you can, because you know that eventually you're gonna end up being hit. This is a weird generated area. Gonna end up being hit with, oh hey, suddenly you need all of these. Not cool, man. Not cool at all. Okay. Does it have an Atlas stone? Nope. So that means we're gonna have to, what, go down to the planet and find a trade station and then try to get more Atlas stones? Like, I don't really follow. I don't really know what we can do. I don't really know how we can farm Atlas stones. Maybe merchants that are coming into here with their ships, we could check that out. The warrior is young and looks terrified. Okay, military orders for an upcoming operation. Fill its terminal screen. When it sees me, its eyes widen and it drops to the floor to its knees. Proffers its multi-tool up towards me. Its yelp sound pleading. The fear in its movements are more than apparent. It's so on edge that it doesn't seem aware of the security cameras that surround us, watching its every move. Refuse to take the multi-tool. Okay. Silent cameras record its act of disobedience. Whatever. 24 slots. It's got 2 slots more than ours, but it doesn't have all the tools that we would want, so rip, who cares? At this point, I just want to get another Atlas pass and see what we can end up doing. These ships are pretty cool, though. Or not Atlas pass, I mean another Atlas stone. So, where did we end up getting the Atlas pass version 3 and stuff? Ew! Ugh! Like, seriously, man. Alright, Atlas stone? No. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to farm this for like 50 years, aren't I? Jeez, dude, so we'll check this last ship, and then I want to check that last Atlas Pass area, and then I guess I'm gonna have to kind of recollect myself and see what we can end up doing. There's an Atlas Stone, 2.8 million. How can we make that? We need to make 1 million, over 1 million. And we need to make it fast. Okay, so there's 80,000. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do this anytime quick, are we? Hang on a second here. Let me see what's what. Nope. We fell flat, everybody. I ended up spending about 20-30 minutes just kind of messing around, seeing what we could sell. Sold almost all of our resources, and we got ourselves bumped up to 1.9, but we still need a whole million. This system didn't seem to generate with anything that we could manipulate with the trading and stuff like that, unfortunately, so it means that we're gonna have to get our hands dirty, go down onto the planets, and start grinding up some resources. And Iridium's a really good one, because I can sell that to the common traders for quite a bit in this system. So hopefully this planet has Iridium. Almost every planet we've ever seen has it, so why would now suddenly be different? And then it looks like we got Emerald on this one, which that didn't end up generating that much of a resource, but that's okay. And then the other one is the Chrysonite, which that one's a bit of a more less common resource, definitely. So hopefully we'll be able to find something around this system with any, like some type of planet that actually generated with any of that stuff. Very much doubt it though. But otherwise I might just have to do the old-fashioned way and just kind of go from each of these ports and kind of exploring stuff. Very green and pink building, that's kind of cool. Kind of explore stuff and get things that we can sell and trade, like the Geknip right there, because most of those resources are definitely worth a lot more than a lot of the stuff that we could be gathering, like the Iridium. Sure, it'll end up selling for quite a bit, but not nearly as much as some of the items that we can just randomly find in the world that are worth like 30,000 and stuff like that, right? So I'm probably gonna be very, very busy with that. And I'll let you know if I end up running into anything interesting today, folks. The warrior's nostrils flare in hope and expectation. A holographic image showing military plans appears around us. Uh-oh, he's a bad guy. On one hand of the battlefield stands the creature's own warrior race, and on the other, the robotic sentinels. The warrior demands that I point to one side or the other. Interloper, Viking, something. Let's point to the sentinel. Screw you. The warrior is outraged. Ah, yeah. Get wrecked, because they're gonna destroy you, you idiot. I honestly don't even care at this point. I just wanna go up there and create a new star or whatever it is. Well, at least we got two monoliths like right beside each other, so this should be interesting. If we can ever land, oh jeez. But I'm noticing that there doesn't seem to be that much. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any Heridium or anything like that. Oh, never mind. Ooh, we got some crazy looking stuff down here. I want to scan this one just because it's pretty. Dude, give me that as a necklace. Just kidding, it's gross. I like it though, it looks cool, that's for sure. I love, like, the planets that are more alien seem to appeal to me a lot more than the, like, the most beautiful planet we ever saw was definitely the purple planet a couple episodes ago. That was definitely my favorite one. There was the red planet that was very similar to it. It had red grass and everything. It was beautiful too, but I really liked that purple alien one. I should have spent a little bit more time there. I am trying to read the glyphs on the ancient monument when I feel a strange chill. A layer of frozen gas suddenly coats the monolith from bottom to top. It's cold that I can see, it's so cold that I can see my breath inside my helmet. Okay. There is one small gap in the crystal ice, and I feel convinced that I could feed some of my mind elements through it so they can come into contact with the monolith behind. Isotope. Okay. That's all I saw. It melts into the atmosphere, and I am rewarded. That would be so cool if this game let you terraform stuff. You know, like if we could actually make this planet, like suddenly it would start to warm up. That would be so neat. Oh boy, how am I gonna end up getting up here? I don't even think, yeah. We don't even have a strong enough jetpack for this, do we? Where are we right now? Oh, we're slowly climbing the edge of the cliff. I mean, at least your character really has a lot of grip on his boots, doesn't he? I gotta go and get this Heridium before we go to the next monument, though. One thing that I think this game desperately could have used, if I do say so, just because, like, that's the thing, is I know that it kind of seems like we're going really, really fast in these past few episodes, and that's kind of true, folks, because, honestly speaking, like, a couple days ago, or when, well, not a couple days ago, a couple episodes ago, I'll say, I kind of just started realizing, hey, if I don't start rushing the main quest, I'm gonna end up stopping this game and stopping the series before we ever end up getting it finished. I mean, this could very well even be the last episode, at least for a little while. But anyway, out of mining, one of the things that I realized this game could have desperately had is improving the radius of the blast of your laser, you know? Because even though you can end up getting your laser faster and faster and faster, which is good, that's great, long term doesn't really appeal to me as far as efficiency's sake, because, that's weird, because I would rather, like, why can't we get to the end game and it's like you shoot the rock once, the whole thing collapses, you know? Because by the time you end up getting to this point, we've already mined, like, so many resources that I guess without having any other way of putting it, I'm sick of it. But you know, that's not really, like, I don't want to say, like, I'm bored with the game and I'm forcing my way through it or anything like that. No, no, no. I'm still absolutely loving it, and I still would highly recommend this game. It's absolutely fantastic experience to actually go through it all yourself for sure. But I'm just trying to make a point that it's like, you know, after a while, the idea of mining doesn't really appeal to me as much. So this either generated very, very wrong or very, very right. Because we actually had to use our jetpack to get to this monolith right here, which is very, very cool, man. I like stuff like that where it kind of is, considering the fact that we're near the end of the game, so we have these tools available to us. The Great Monolith spoke to Herc of the Travelers. Okay? Their coming should not be met with fire. Their coming was but one dream in an infinite universe. Their reach would be that of the endless. When Herc is, okay, it's one of the lore creatures, asked of the Sentinels, the great monolith said nothing. Herc was troubled by its silence. Okay, I don't really understand, but I see some more Heridium over there that I gotta go and get. Alright folks, so we ended up getting very, very lucky. I ended up grinding up a whole bunch of Heridium. This is like a couple hours later already, but we were very, very fortunate because as I was checking out the rest of the trades with all these ships and stuff like that, some of them were actually selling dynamic resonators for cheap, while a select few, that is to say a liquidator or an enemy slayer, would actually buy dynamic resonators for a whole bunch more. So I just did the same basic trading that I did in my tutorial video, and now we actually have enough for an Atlas patch, which I'm hoping Atlas Stone. So I gotta try and find, oh, there he is right there. I think this is one of the ones. I hope so. Is this an enemy slayer? Because I think this is the guy. Enemy slayer, yes. I hope this is the one that ended up selling the Atlas Stone. It was like 2.8, so it's going to take all of our money. We're not going to be able to even do basic trades with dynamic resonators and stuff like that from this point on. But that's okay. We are broke. We have hit rock bottom. We only have 100,000 left of our units currency. And, well, this might end up being the end. Let's find out, folks. Let's just clear our inventory so that we can end up taking all these Atlas passes for ourselves, because otherwise we can end up going up to this thing and it could be all like, yo, dude, you don't have the Atlas pass. I keep calling it an Atlas pass. You know what I mean. But either way, it would not recognize the ones that are carried in our ship. This is very exciting. Now, I still don't know where the Atlas Pass, and I mean it this time, version 2 and 3 come from. I'm assuming that we would just end up finding random space anomalies that we could just find randomly rather than the game telling us about them. Birth a new star. Okay. The orb floods my mind with an image. A new star has been created at the edge of the galaxy. A new traveler will awaken there. I'm released, free to explore now. Okay, thanks for not letting me read the rest. I guess I'm gonna just double check what it said. All right, everybody. So I did end up reading it up just on the footage that we just recorded there. And it did say something about a black hole. Now, I don't know how long this episode's gonna end up being because of all the editing and junk like that, but I'm very curious to see what this is, and I want to see what it is in today's episode, all right? So maybe we'll end up going here, and then suddenly it's gonna end up being that we ended our journey with the Atlas, but maybe not as far as the story is concerned. Like, there might still be a lot more to do with the story mode. Yep, it's a legit black hole. Okay, that's cool. Whee! Okay, that's pretty cool. It's a legit, like, actual black hole. Those other ships are a little bit too close to it. Screw it! Let's just go in. Maybe this will just end up warping us to the other side of the galaxy, and then we could continue our exploration from that point, but... Oh... It's so cool, man! Ah! And we still see the other planet in the background. RIP! Oh, there, now it went away. I want to take a screeny-weeny of this. It's beautiful. Okay. Distress signal? What? How is that a distress signal? I can't see, I don't have any things. I'll save you guys. Wait, are you guys helping me? Where's the hostile ships? Wow! I can't help them, I'm too weak. Like, why when we ended up coming through the black hole, there's suddenly a million ships and they're all gonna destroy me too? Green means it's good, right? Nope, they're destroying my face. Why are they destroying my face? I just went through a black hole, leave me alone. Okay. Where's our stupid shield? Where's our stupid shield? No, seriously, where's our stupid shields? There they are, right there. Restore our titaniums. I don't know who we're supposed to... Sentinel starships in combat range. Why are we fighting the Sentinels? Well, everybody, it's actually like half an hour later. I've actually just been flying around dealing with the awful space combat, and I think the game is like broken now, because what ended up happening was I think we accidentally ended up shooting one of the allied forces or something like that. I don't know. But I ended up getting the Sentinels on us. They chased me to the ends of the galaxy. Like, seriously, I actually took it. It took so long. I flew all the way down to that planet, had just enough resources to keep our shields up enough that we could survive, landed on the planet, left the atmosphere as soon as the Sentinels activated on the planet, because that's a cheap way that you can actually lose them. As you land on a planet, they send all the land troopers after you, you fly out of the atmosphere, and then suddenly, boom, your wanted level's gone. But then, as soon as we ended up coming up here, it says that there's a distress signal here, right? There's nothing here anymore. That ship is despawned, it's gone. Maybe I would have to reload my file, I don't know. But the ship is gone, and you see those little markers right in front of us right there? That's actually some of the enemy ships, which seem to be 5 miles away, and we also can't pulse jump because the game considers us in combat, even though the enemies are nowhere to be seen. So, a very anticlimactic, ending for today's episode, everybody. I'm gonna see if I can figure out like what exactly ended up happening. Okay, now those ships are like not evil, and I don't know, but I'm gonna land in here. I'm gonna see if I can reload my file. I'm gonna try and go and destroy and save the freighter and stuff like that. And then I'll let you all know, I guess, what ends up happening in the next episode. Because as for today, let's just get to naming some stuff. Sorry that today's episode is so long, folks, but quite a few things happen. Rip me for trying to go through the black hole within the same episode, though. So Samuel wanted me to name a planet Ice Cold. Of course, it was supposed to be an ice planet. I don't know if this one is an ice planet. Sorry, dude. And then Crichton wanted me to name something Joe Mom, because we can't put an apostrophe, unfortunately. Sorry, Joe! Critter's evil. Red Eye Wolf wanted us to call something a dancing pinata planet. Craze Maze wanted a planet to be called Kraz Maze. Madtuck 2 wanted us to call something Planet Jub Jub. Leon wanted us to call something Putis, which I'm assuming that's his Trove username of the same. And just because it's convenient right here, Andrea wanted us to call something Jimmy, so that rock is an appropriate thing to be called Jimmy, right? B-Cake Official wanted us to call something Lionex, which is his Trove name. And Rip Gator wanted us to call something Rip Gator, which we'll just name that Stone. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. I guess we'll have to see what ends up happening in the next episode. Hopefully the game isn't like glitched out for life, but honestly, we'll just have to wait and see. Sayonara and stay epic, everybody.